Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I have 6 money matters that I'd like for you to consider. If you've watched my videos before, these will sound familiar. If you haven't, you're about to find out a little bit more about 6 of the most fundamental money matters that you should consider in your pursuit of financial independence and financial freedom. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your assets. If that sounds like the kind of community you'd like to be a part of, go ahead and click like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos that I produce. All right, let's jump into the 6 money matters that I think that you should really take into consideration as you move forward. If you'd like to have a hint, you just heard all 6 of them. And the first one is mindset. Most people don't realize that your money has a lot more to do with your mind, with your beliefs, with your habits, with your behaviors, than it does with math. Now that might sound counterintuitive, but it's true. Most won't succeed in life because they don't believe that they can. They will find evidence to prove why they couldn't or didn't do the things that those who are successful are doing and have done, because successful people will take the same evidences and they will prove why it can be done. Did you notice the word why in there? Why is important. Your why, or why you're doing things, what's your motivation, that's critical to your success as you begin your journey of financial independence, to really dig deep and find out what's your why, what motivates you to move forward. Wealthy people think differently than the poor and middle class. They have a solution-oriented outlook. Problems still occur for wealthy people, but when a problem comes up, they don't get stuck in the minutia and the details of it. They recognize the problem, and then they study it out to find a solution, and then they move forward, and then they find opportunity in solving the problem instead of misfortune. Let me share with you a study that was done many years ago to illustrate this point. Scientists took a child and put him into a room, and took another child and put him into another room. In these rooms, there was a pile of manure in the middle of the room. One of the boys was sad and depressed because he was in a room full of manure. The other boy was happy and excited and elated. When the scientists asked the boy why he was so happy, he said, "With this much manure in the room, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere." So you can see, people with a better outlook on life are going to find solutions to problems rather than be stuck in the minutia and the details of those problems and not be able to move forward. That's the difference between a mindset of a wealthy person and the mindset of the poor and middle class. Mindset is everything. The second thing I want you to consider is skill sets. Everything in life has something that you actually have to do. You have to act. You have to get up off of your anatomy and do something about it. You can learn and you can have all the reasons why and all the motivation and the inspiration that you want, but if you don't get up off your anatomy and do something about it, it does you no good. They're two sides of the same coin. You have to have the why. But what happens when you have the why is the how manifests itself. The how becomes very clear, and you can actually learn how to do the things that you need to do to become wealthy. You can learn how to invest, you can learn how to budget, you can learn how to grow your money, you can learn how to live within your means and then grow your means. When you know why you want to do something, the how will become very clear very quickly. The road to success is clear and simple, but it isn't easy. The third money matter that I want you to consider is managing your money properly. You have got to manage your money. You have to know how much money is going in, how much is coming out. You have to take responsibility for the results that you have in your life. Where you are today is a result of all the choices that you've made so far. So if you want to have a different result than you're getting, you have to do something different. Managing your money is the first step in achieving financial independence and financial freedom. Once you know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, and you have that under control, you can actually begin to set aside money for investments, to set aside money for important things that will help you along your journey towards financial independence. If you don't get to the point where you have more money coming in than what's going out, you are not going to make it. I highly recommend you get an accountability partner, somebody that you trust, a friend, a spouse. Get somebody that you trust and be accountable to them. Have them be accountable to you. Having an accountability partner is going to be critical to your success in managing your money properly so that you can achieve your goals. If you don't have an accountability partner, someone that you really trust, you can reach out to me at paris@financialselfreliance.com, and I can go over my coaching packages with you to see if there's a fit. The fourth money matter for your consideration is to protect your money. The first thing and person that you need to protect your money from is actually you. Imagine your dollars sitting there just quietly and minding their own business, doing their own thing, enjoying the day, and then you come up, snatch them up, and you go off and spend them like they're nothing. Well, how do you think that dollar feels about you, treating it so lightly? If you treat money with respect, it will respect you. You've got to protect your money against yourself. The other thing that you should protect your money against is risk. Now, a lot of people think that high risk, high reward. Do you really think that rich people and wealthy people got these huge and high financial rewards from taking huge and high financial risks? Heck no. They know exactly what to do to study it out. They make calculated decisions, educated decisions, and when they do that, the risk is greatly reduced, so they actually end up having low risk, high return investments. Education is key, and this channel is a perfect way for you to get the education that you need so that your risks are lower and you can actually invest and get higher returns on your money. The next and most obvious tool to protect your money is insurance. A lot of people consider insurance as a necessary evil. I think of it as a peace of mind protector. When I was a recruiter for a firm many years ago, one of the first questions people would ask me is, what are the benefits? That's because people want to have the peace of mind that insurance brings. Whether it's health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, or property casualty insurance, there's peace of mind that comes knowing that if anything happens, you're going to be protected and safe. The fifth money matter for your consideration is growth. You've got to get to the point where you can grow. However, if you haven't laid your foundation of properly managing your money, properly putting the protections in place that are necessary, you are not going to have a strong enough foundation to really grow and build a strong financial house. Imagine building a building on a sandy foundation. Once you have that foundation laid and you start to build up, there's no going back. That foundation is critical to that building's success. If you didn't build a good enough foundation and that building comes tumbling down, or there's cracks or damage, it's going to cost you a lot more money to replace that foundation than it would have cost had you just laid the foundation the right way in the first place. Ask anyone in construction. The foundation phase of any building is the longest phase in the building process, but that's because it's the most important phase. Don't you dare skip it. Okay, once you're ready to grow, now it's time for you to determine what you are going to invest your money in. Is it going to be a business? Is it going to be a real estate? Is it going to be the stock market? What are you passionate about? Find something that really drives you and lights you up. What gets you out of bed? What gets you excited? Is it starting a business? Is it bringing a service or a product to market? Is it looking at real estate property? Is it evaluating the values and fixing it up and flipping it? Is it the stock market and watching the graphs and the charts, and is it doing the evaluations? What gets you excited about moving forward and growing your financial wealth? Some people love real estate, and so they should go into that. Some people love businesses. They need to go into that. Some people just love investing in the market and they just want to plow money into the market and let it grow. Whatever it is, do what you're passionate about. Don't do what other people are passionate about because you think that's what you should do. You need to find out what your passion is and do that. I'm sure that all of you have a friend like I do. That friend that every time you talk to him, he's in the company, he's got the business, he's got the investment, he's got the idea that's the one business idea or investment idea that's gonna make it, that's gonna take him to millions. Opportunities abound. Take what you're passionate about and go to work. Put your head down, put your shoulder to the wheel, and go to work. The only way to really truly have success in life is to find something that you're passionate about, something that just gets you so energized that you're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. That's what you need to do, because I promise you, the only time you'll have success before work is in the dictionary. You have to work and work and work, and then you'll find success. The sixth and last thing for your consideration in this video is the word asset. If you're going to learn how to manage, protect, and grow your assets, you need to learn and know what assets are. Assets are things that you own and things that can bring you value. A business is an asset. Real estate is an asset. Portfolios are an asset. It's important for you to understand what an asset is because you don't want to be climbing a ladder only to realize that it's leaning against the wrong wall. Let me give you an example of this. Your home is actually not an asset while you're living in it, unless of course you're renting a room out or you're doing something to earn some money from that house. While you're living in it, it costs you money, so it's actually a liability. It is a property that you do need to keep track of, and the equity in the home is something that you can put on paper as additional value to your net worth. However, while you're living in it, it's more of a liability than an asset because it costs you money. Assets bring you money, liabilities cost you money. If you're a homeowner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the end goal is to have enough assets producing enough income that all your bills are paid for so that you don't have to work anymore. You can actually choose whether or not you work. And when you do work, it's on your terms. It's when you want to work. It's how you want to work, when you want to work, and why you want to work. Honestly, everybody talks about financial freedom and financial independence, but I promise you that time freedom and time independence are actually what we're seeking. Now, both of them are important. They both go hand in hand. You really can't have time freedom unless you have financial freedom, especially if you're living in a first world country. Time freedom is where it's really at. It's critical for you to learn how to live within your means and then grow your means. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.